Let me whisper a truth your soul's been aching to remember. Without a goal, you are a leaf in the wind, blown, tossed, forgotten. But with a goal, you become a magnet, a force, a frequency that commands the universe. Now listen close. For years, I have carried a simple card in my pocket, not a magic spell, but a mirror. A mirror that shows me who I really am. Every time I look at it, I didn't write a goal. I painted a mental masterpiece. A scene so vivid, so emotionally electric, it tattooed itself onto my nervous system. Now when I touched it, my body hums, my mind sharpens, my soul aligns. Science backs this. You see the card, your senses activate. A signal races through your brain, and suddenly your entire being begins to vibrate in harmony with it. You can't focus on fear and vision at the same time. Your brain won't allow it. So choose your picture, because it will push everything else away. And that is the gateway to transformation. Here's a secret most people never hear. Your body is your mind made visible. You don't have to ask what someone believes. Just watch what they do. Their bank account, their relationships, the way they walk into a room. It's all a reflection of the images dancing inside their head. Now imagine this. You've got 5 senses pulling your attention every second. Screens, noise, judgment, opinions. And most people, they react, not think, not choose, just react. That's not life, that's programming. You must reclaim the wheel. Think what you want to think, not what the world programs you to think. Here's the real flex. You don't change your results by reacting faster. You change them by direct them clearer. Motivation is a sugar rush. Clarity, that's the feast. Lean in. This part isn't taught in school, but it should be. Your subconscious mind isn't just a dusty storage unit. It's a portal, a transmitter, a receiver of universal intelligence. It doesn't care if you are in Istanbul or Ibiza when you are on the frequency it connects. Every FaceTime someone across the globe, that's not magic, that's vibration. Your thoughts do the same. Burn an idea into your subconscious with emotion, clarity, belief, and the universe starts rearranging itself around you. It's not luck, it's law. Change the frequency and the world tunes in differently. You want new results? Don't change the world. Change the signal you send. This is how identifiers are programmed. Businesses built, legacies born. And I live it every single day. A few years ago, I met Bob-Proctor, who said 10 words that rewired my life. He didn't sell or he didn't shout. He just looked at me and said, decide what you love and commit for life. No backup plan, no hedging, no dipping your toe. Decide and dive. That day, I knew I was meant to coach, to teach, to wake people up to their own brilliance. And I didn't have a blueprint. I had something far stronger, clarity. Clarity cuts deeper than confidence, because once you decide, the how starts showing up. I have once listened to Bob-Proctor's teaching in Frankfurt. He dropped a truth bomb. Success is 5% strategy and 95% mindset. I've listened that part over and over again because in that moment I felt it. Funnels, hashtags, hacks, they're great, but they are not it. Most people don't fail because of tactics. They fail because of tension. The tension between a dream and a doubt. $1 million vision can't live in a minimum wage belief system. It suffocates. Let's simplify what keeps people stuck. The conscious mind. That's your logic. It thinks, plans, doubts, argues. But the subconscious, it doesn't argue. It accepts. It doesn't analyze, it obeys. You show it to a picture, it turns into a reality. Not because it knows truth, but because it believes what you feed it. You want to change? Change the feed. You were born with superpowers. You've just been hypnotized to forget them. Imagination, will, memory, intuition, reason, perception. These are your tools, your weapons, your compass. They don't just help you survive, they'll help you create. Your imagination builds the blueprint. You will hold it steady even when the world tries to shake it loose. This isn't a woo-woo, it's wiring. This is how reality is made. Fantasy, theory, and fact. Every great invention started as a spark, a fantasy no one else could see. Then came theory. Can I do this? Then the deeper cut. Am I willing? Once you say yes, your fantasy becomes fact. The world bends to the will of the one who decides. So now, I'll ask you something sacred. What do you really want? Not what's safe, not what's popular. What whispers to you at 2 a.m. when the noise dies down? That's not nonsense. That's guidance. That's your soul tapping the glass, asking to be left in. You don't need the path, just a picture. Clarity of the what unlocks miracles in the how. Because the moment you commit, the current begins to shift. Not one day, today.